Andrew Jones.
Dayron, can you kind of speak to your development since the game started the last 2 months with your post moves on the block? You had a couple spin moves today that were really, really quick and efficient. You just kind of address your growth in that area of the game?
We do before practice every day. Well, like it's kind of in practice. We do favorite counter where we work on our favorite move and our counter move, and we work on spinning off the block, pump faking, and face up jumpers. So we do that every day in practice. Just kind of like becoming like more used to muscle memory because we do it every day.
Ross.
Hey, Dayron, from your perspective, do you think this is the most complete game that your team has played this season? And why?
I don't know, but like it's probably like it's up there like one of our best games so far. Only thing like Coach was saying, like the turnovers in. Sometimes like we go on like a little run, but like we like let teams stay in there. We gotta learn how to like keep it going. Like when we get that big lead, keep the lead and like just blow them out.
CL.
Dayron, how do you feel like this game compares to that first game against State where Coach Williams said he felt like y'all might have played the worst defensively that you guys did all season?
I thought this game we had a chip on our shoulder. Last game we came in, State was like 58% first half, making everything on us. He wasn't defending the ball screen on properly. They were just like doing everything they wanted versus us. And like Coach, we came back the next day, had 4-hour film session. So like I feel like we had a chip on our shoulder and just wanted like to prove that we could defend them.
Mike Topper.
Hey, Dayron, nice win. Specific to the freshmen, I know you guys are confident, but would you say that you can see that confidence coming more as these games progress? Because again, you, Caleb, RJ had another great game today.
Oh yeah, I feel like our confidence is growing very much. Coach talked to us a lot about how we gotta come in and do things. We gotta play, and he expect more than us. Even though we freshmen, he expect more than us. Like we upperclassmen, so we gotta get the job done.
Bridget.
Similar to that, just a lot of guys coming off the bench, 38 points off the bench really made the difference for you guys today. What does that say about, guys just staying ready for their opportunity?
Just it shows how deep our team is. It's not our starting five. Like everybody on our team could produce something.
Greg Barnes.
Hey, Dayron, as an in-state kid, what does this rivalry mean to you, and what does it mean to have the kind of game you did today?
Just another game to me. Got the win. That's all that matters to me, that we won the game.
All right, thank you.
Adam.
Hey, Dayron, you mentioned the chip that you guys had a little bit. I was going to ask, I know you want to win every game, obviously, but losing in Raleigh, did that add an extra element, do you think, for, getting ready for this game? And is it anything you guys talked about as players, just like, we want to sort of get them back and not get swept?
The last time we played, we felt like we was better than them. And like we feel like we shouldn't have lost that game. We feel like we shouldn't have lost other games too. So like we feel like we're a good team. Like we just got to prove that.
All right, last one, Luke, and then Caleb is ready.
Dayron, you had a really physical presence today with rebounding and also just getting in the lane and making shots. Are you starting to kind of learn your body and how physical you can be in these games and kind of getting a better understanding of where you can fit in the lane?
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to understand that I'm a big guy, kind of look at myself sometimes, but I'm not that big. But then my teammates tell me, you big, bro. Like, you just got to realize that. So like, I'm starting to realize that, and like I got an advantage on other opponents.
Thank you, Dayron.
There's Caleb.
Questions for Caleb? Raise your hand, please.
Go ahead. That's the season stuff.
Greg Barnes.
Hey, Caleb, 3 consecutive halves now where UNC has shot better than 50%. What's working so well for the team?
Just us playing together, all playing together. We all working as one, and I think we just had that chemistry going, getting better and better each and every game, each and every practice. We just getting better, and you see it during the games, and just playing hard, playing smart, playing together. That's all it takes.
Andrew,
Caleb, you had 5 turnovers today, but it didn't appear that it affected your game, the rest of your game at all. Is that kind of an example of your confidence growing and you kind of growing more into the role of being the point guard?
Oh yeah, just because I turn the ball over doesn't mean I stop playing, but I can't have those turnovers. 5 turnovers is way too much. I put that on myself. I can't be turning the ball over like that. But I'm getting better and better as I watch the film. Looking at the defense, how they playing it, and just getting better and better each and every day on how to feed the post or where the defense is, passing this pass, might not pass that pass. So I'm gonna get better at that. I can't keep turning the ball over.
Thank you.
CL.
Caleb, do you feel like this team is getting a better understanding of what it takes to win? And I'm thinking primarily about the shot selection. You guys have been a lot more discerning with what's a good shot and what's a bad shot, it seems, of late.
Yeah, for sure. Coach preaches that all the time. We work on that all the time at the practice, before practice, during practice. We just talking to him. I had a meeting with Coach the other day, and just asking what's a good shot, what's a bad shot, and just getting a better feel on what shots he thinks I should take. He thinks I can make, and he does that with the whole team. So just listening to him and just doing what he tells us to do.
Royal.
Hey, Caleb, you seem to have a chip on your shoulder, more aggressive to start the game, dropping bombs, continuously attacking the paint, and you set the tempo allowing your teammates to feed off you. Now, with that being said, was there any extra bulletin board material from the first matchup? It showed you a couple times in the game, you and Devin were exchanging shots, talking jump back and forth. Was it just the passion of the game, or you just wanted your get back this game?
This was just like a statement game. We knew that we shouldn't have lost that last game, man. They shouldn't have beat us. So just coming out, we knew we had to hit them in their throat, and that's what we did. It was just me being a competitor that I am. I didn't want to lose that game, especially for Coach. I knew how much it meant to him, and so I just went out there and played my hardest.
Ross, let's try to wrap it up. I think we got Mondo coming up shortly. Last one, Ross.
Yep. Hey, Caleb, when you kind of step back and look at the performance, do you think this is the most complete game y'all have played as a team? And if so, or if not, why?
I think it might be, but nowhere near where we should be. Like I said, the turnovers mainly on me, but otherwise, I think we had a complete game. Shot selection getting better, just playing together. Defense is getting better. So we just gotta clean the little things up, the things that we can control, like the turnovers, like I said. But everything else, I think is coming along very well.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Caleb.
Thank you.
Raise your hands with questions for Armando, please.
So, last guy was going to be Anthony. Does anybody need anybody else beyond that? All right, here's Armando, and then we'll have Anthony.
James.
How you doing, Armando? Just getting off to how you started the game. What do you think is the biggest reason for your hot start, and how do you think that helped the team going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I just knew coming out I had to be aggressive. I mean, they kind of weren't respecting us, just them backing off so hard. So I was going to take it to them, and then the more they backed up, I shot the jump shot so they had to respect it a little bit. So it just kept opening up things. And, I mean, I knew if I drove, it would open up things for, like, the shooters like Kerwin and just make the life easier for everybody.
Greg.
Armando, you mentioned earlier in the season the need for the bigs to do a better job of establishing position to make the entry passes a little bit better. It seems like you specifically have made strides in that area in recent games. Has that been a focal point for you, and how do you think the team has done in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, all practice, I mean, that's all we work on is just trying to get the ball inside. I mean, we could be a really good team when we get the ball inside and play inside out. That's just something I wanted to focus on. I mean, like during the game, I was telling Dayron, it was one play when he had the turnover and I was cutting down the middle. I'm like, yo, you got to stay aggressive. You can't pass me that ball. I mean, after that, he kind of turned it up because I'm like, you probably got somebody guarding you one-on-one. And I mean, I feel like Dayron, nobody can really guard him one-on-one with his back to the basket. He's such a big guy and physical. I mean, him staying aggressive and me staying aggressive, it definitely helped us in the post.
Adam?
Armando, you've talked before about the improvements you wanted to make coming off of last season, being stronger around the basket, things like that, being on balance. You feeling like if you're on balance, you're good down there. Was there a specific like checklist that you went into the offseason with or of points that you wanted to hit and try to improve on? And what were those things?
Yeah, man. Well, first it started off with just rewatching my film, seeing everything I did bad. And I mean, it was tough just watching some of those games. I was so inconsistent. Like some games I would just explode and have crazy games. Now other games I would just struggle, and I just kind of corrected those things that I was struggling in. I mean, it started just all quarantine, just working on just being physical, just getting to the rim, and then also in the weight room too. Beginning of quarantine, I was working out at Elkin Sports with Jason Elkin. Then this summer to now, I mean, Jonas has just been hard on me. Yeah, Jonas he's hardcore. So I feel like I can attribute a lot of my success just getting stronger in my legs and upper body too.
Greg Hall?
Armando, are you satisfied after this win? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't appear like you've been particularly super happy with some of the wins. Just you've always said that you think you can play better. I'm just curious how you feel after this one.
Nah, I wouldn't say I'm satisfied. Like I said, I mean, we might have got to 40% today, but I mean, we still haven't got everybody to play good at the same time and play the complete game. I mean, we lost a turnover, but I mean, we had a lot of turnovers. Us bigs, we gave up a few offensive rebounds we shouldn't have gave up. So, I mean, it's still a lot of strides we can make, but I will say that we are getting better every day and just staying in the lab. Everybody wants to get better. And we want to be that team. And I really do think we can be that team, but it's just glad that we're in an upward trend.
Our last two for Mondo are CL and then Ross, and then we'll get Anthony in there.
Armando, do you feel like the first loss to State may have turned out to be the turning point for you guys? Like that seemed like when Roy ended up shuffling the starting lineup and really putting the emphasis on playing better defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely was. It was at a low point in our season. I feel like we were kind of complacent just coming off of beating Kentucky. And I mean, we just came out there and laid an egg. I mean, even Coach said it's one of the worst defensive performances he's ever seen from a team. And honestly, we took offense to that. I mean, it was our fault, but we took offense to that. And it was coming into this game, we knew we wanted to go out there and just make a change. And there's no way we would allow them to beat us 2 times in a row.
Okay, Ross?
Hey, Armando, you touched on a lot of this, I believe, but, you have a tough road stretch ahead of you, a tough slate in the ACC. Taking a step back, I mean, how do you feel about how this team is playing from a whole in all aspects, defense, offense, bench, starters, that kind of stuff?
I mean, as a whole, it's all starting to come together. Bench players are starting to play better. Us being able to have Ant play a lot more minutes now. Obviously, he's not to where he would be like originally, but him being able to be in a rotation a little bit more has been helping us. He's been giving us a boost. I mean, our second unit had about how many points they had? 28 points today, so that's huge for us. 38. I mean, our starters, we've been playing good. We all been gelling. I feel like we're just going to keep just getting better and better. And defensively, we've definitely gotten a lot better. We're starting to just trust each other more on defense, and our rotations are coming better, rim protection, all of that.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Mondo. Good job. Let's raise hands with questions for Anthony, please. Greg Barnes.
Hey, Anthony, 3 games in, just curious how you're feeling with the knee and how it feels to kind of get back into the rotation full time now.
Knee's feeling great. I don't have any complaints. It feels real good to be back in the rotation, get some running.
Andrew?
Anthony, you've had a pretty good vantage point of watching this team through the first 12 games that it was before you started actually playing again. What would you say is the biggest difference in the last few games that you guys are doing well, and what do you think kind of triggered that?
I feel like guys are just playing with more confidence now. Nobody's looking over their shoulder, which they shouldn't have been before. But I mean, everybody's just a lot more, just confident. Like I said, everybody's making the right play, knocking down shots. So I feel like we don't have anything to worry about.
Ross?
Hey, Anthony, after 3 games, how would you define your role on this team, or what do you think your role can be moving forward as you get more minutes?
Just really whatever coach asks of me. I mean, obviously to stay in front of my man, make defensive plays, and just make the right plays on offense, knock down shots, hit the gaps, find my open man.
Yep.
Yeah, Anthony, I noticed that late game situation after State cut it to 6, even though Kerwin Walton had hit a couple threes, Coach Williams took him out, put you in, and I'm wondering if did he say something to you about what he expected to see in that situation, the rest of the game from you?
No, he didn't mention anything to me. I mean, I pretty much know my job. Every time I go in the game is to just do what I do. I mean, time and score situation it'll change every so often. So just pretty much every time I go in, know the situation, know what's going on, and perform from there.
Greg Barnes.
Anthony, when the offense runs efficiently through the post as it did this afternoon, how does that help with the guys in the backcourt?
Just getting the ball to our post guys going to open everything up for everybody. I mean, we're really big inside, so once we get the ball down there, everybody's going to drop down, and it's going to open everything up for the perimeter guys.
Does that take some pressure off the backcourt with so many young guys in there?
Oh, for sure. Every time we throw the ball in the post, it's going to take pressure off everybody.
Thanks.
All right, Luke, last one.
Anthony, just curious in terms of rotation. Obviously, you're a 2 guard, and you guys have 2 good point guards. But do you ever get time at the 1 in practice, and kind of how comfortable you at kind of ball handling and running the point guard position, if any?
I'm comfortable. Wherever I'm at on the floor. 1, 2, 3. It really doesn't matter. Just like I said, anything he asks me, I'm capable of doing. So it's not too big of a deal for me.
Do you ever run the 1 in practice?
Not too often. Not too often.
All right. Thanks, Anthony. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.